on today's stretch, we're going to use a couple of props. So quickly before we get started, gather either a pillow, a firm blanket that you can roll up, a foam roller with a towel or a blanket, a bolster, a round Pilates ball, or a yoga block. Any of these items that you have lying around the house, grab that because we're going to use it, and then come on back. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate using a firm blanket out of all the props that I had suggested. So if you have a firm blanket, what you're going to do is just roll it up into a long cylinder-like position, almost mimicking the concept of a foam roller. We're going to do some heart opening type stuff. So let's place that on the floor. We want it vertical along your spine. You're going to bring that to the base of your spine, right towards your butt. If you have a pillow, you can fold it in half, and it's not going to go down to your butt. That's okay. You want it between your shoulder blades is the main area of focus. Same with the ball, same with the yoga block. You put it right under your shoulder blades. Anyway, take whatever prop you have. You want it to go right back between the shoulder blades. If you are using a long foam roller or a blanket rolled up, make sure that your head and neck is comfortable. Make sure your low back is comfortable. If this slight arch in that low back is bothering you, take a pillow or another blanket and wedge it underneath. If this is too much in your neck, take a pillow, a blanket, a block, and put your head on top. Deep breath into that chest. You can keep your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You can have them straight out. You can have soles of the feet together, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to start with my feet flat on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. It's the morning and it's my first stretch, so I just want to take it easy. Rest your hands right on your ribs. I want you to feel your ribs popping out and open a little bit because you're on this prop that's lifting your chest. Gently rock your knees right and left. Again, if there's any discomfort in this low back, make sure you put something underneath to take that curve out of that back. And then open up the palms to the ceiling. So your arms are at a low diagonal. Bring stillness to those legs. Deep breath into the pec muscles. The pec muscles are your chest muscles that all connect to the front of the shoulder. Deep breath, focusing on that area, allowing those shoulders to just drop towards the mat, letting gravity do the work. This may feel uncomfortable if you're extremely tight. This may feel really, really, really good. One shoulder might feel good, one might not. All completely normal things. And then gently rock your head from right to left so that the base of your skull is getting a little bit of a massage on either whatever surface it's on. So if it's on the floor, you're feeling it. If it's on a foam roller, you're feeling it. If it's resting on a block, you're feeling it. Little massage on the base of the skull. And then find stillness with that head. Bring your arms out to the side. So now I want them exactly sideways. Palms still up to the ceiling. And then I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So it's almost like you're squeezing the prop that's behind you. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then exhale, relax. Now if you're using something hard, like a yoga block or a foam roller, this might be a little bit uncomfortable. So either you can skip this or you can try to mimic it. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Just getting you checked in with those shoulders. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, relax. Flip the palm of your right hand. So now your right palm is going to go towards the floor. And your arm is activated. You might already feel a stretch through the forearm a little bit, maybe through the bicep, the upper arm area. And then tilt your head over to the left. Deep breath here, be gentle. This move is super minimal, but it's so intense. Keep holding. Keep breathing. You're getting a little bit of a nerve stretch action going. You can take your opposite hand, so your left hand, and place it around your neck as if you're grabbing your own neck. Sometimes doing a little bit of myofascial release helps with the stretch. You can place your hand right on your shoulder, or your fingers are draping over your armpit, kind of cupping that area. Just the heat of your hand is going to allow muscles and fascia to relax and release. And then relax that right arm. Bring that head back to center. Flip the left palm towards the mat. So that arm is activated now. It's not resting on the floor. It's activated. And then gently rock your head over to the right. That arm is activated. Notice how one side might feel different than the other. Deep breath all into the side of that neck, the arm. Feel that stretch through the arm. Again, you can use your opposite hand. Cup your neck. Breathing. Cup the shoulder. Wrap the fingertips around the whole shoulder joint. Breathing and melting. And then relax that left arm. Bring the head back to center. Reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling so much your shoulders come off the prop. And then exhale, the shoulder blades squeeze back together, hugging your prop. Inhale, fingertips reach up. Exhale, shoulders down, plugged into the back. Reach your thumbs up overhead towards the floor, keeping those shoulders plugged in, so they might not go all the way to the floor. Also notice you already have a slight lift in that chest, so still try to keep those ribs pulled in, a nice flat back. Lift the fingertips up to the ceiling. Let's do that again. Thumbs towards the floor behind you. Fingertips up. Cross the right arm over the left, hug yourself. Elbow points up to the ceiling. Deep breath into that back. Unwind, switch the cross of the arms, hug yourself, elbow tips up to the ceiling. Deep breath into the shoulder blades. And then release the arms down by your side, let them be like jello. Just flopping onto the floor. Again, rock your head from right to left. Massaging the base of that skull. Good, and then I want you to slowly roll off your props. So roll off either to the right or to the left. Take a moment, find a fetal position. So that means your knees are into your stomach, your head is resting on the floor. Deep breath into that back. I want you to think of your back ribs spreading nice and wide. And then slowly make your way to all fours. Move all your props off to the side. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Wrists underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath those hips, hip distance apart, so we don't want the knees together, we want them right underneath our hips. Little shifts forward and back. Focus on that spine, one long line up the crown of your head through your tailbone, warming up these wrists, warming up your hands. That low belly is starting to activate and pull in so that your low back doesn't just arch. Little circles to the right. Little circles to the left. Find stillness. Inhale, round through the spine, drop the head, press the floor away. Exhale, drop the chest, arch that low back, lift your eyes towards the ceiling. Inhale, round through the spine. Make this nice and fluid. Exhale, arch through. Inhale, round. Exhale, arch. Inhale, round. Find a tabletop position, so nice neutral spine. Turn your fingertips out towards the side And then just rock right and left, nice and gentle. Moving the hips along with it. Find stillness, turn those hands back to the front. Open those knees wide, bring your big toes to touch. And then I want you to sit your butt back towards your heels and find a nice child's pose. Now for a lot of people, this pose is really difficult. So if you're in child's pose, perfectly fine, hang out there. Forehead to the mat, press into your hands so that your butt is reaching towards your heels. If you're having issues with child pose, you can take a pillow, blankets, a stack of anything, just so you kind of feel support. So let's say you're here and you can only go back to about here and you start to feel your knees hurting, your quads are burning, the quads are the top of the thighs. Place pillows stacked behind you so that your butt has something to touch and rest on. And then just hang out here. I know it's a lot in your arms, but you can always go down to your forearms, or you can grab anything else you have and lean on that. But we're trying to reach our butt towards our heels to get that stretch. If you're in child's pose, begin to rock your hips back, right and left, little micro movements. If you're somebody whose feet are really sensitive in this position, like they don't want to touch the ground, they're like here, you take a blanket or a towel and you just place your feet on that to give it a little bit of a lift. Again, you still might not be able to go as low, but at least it takes the pressure off of the feet. So wherever you are in child's pose now, I want you to find stillness. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax those arms, relax everything as much as you're able to. And then pull that low belly in, plant the hands, so I want them planted firmly in the mat. Roll up through the spine, make your way to tabletop again. Find that nice flat back, bring those knees back to parallel, round through the spine for cat pose. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Good. Make your way to stand. However you want to get there. Wide legs, toes out at a diagonal. Hands come to your hips. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Reach the left fingertips towards the mat. Deep breath in that side neck. Bring the head back to center. Hands come to hips. Left ear to left shoulder. Right hand reaches down towards the ground. Deep breath into the side of that neck. Exhale. Bring the head back to center, hands come to hips. Rock the hips right and left. Getting into those hip joints a little bit. Find stillness with those hips. Left arm up overhead. You're gonna shift the hips over to the left and lean over to the right. Deep breath. Inhale, bring that body back up. Shift the hips over to the right. Right arm up overhead, leaning over to the left. Deep breath into that side body. Bring the body up. Chin into the chest. Roll down halfway. Wiggle your arms. Be a zombie here. So just wiggle those shoulders. You can have a slight bend in your knees if that feels good. Start to do pendulums with the arms. So just start to make circles with these arms in one direction. And then notice how they just go on their own. So you stop moving them and they go on their own. Your shoulders are going to feel really open after this. And then reverse those pendulums. So start to swing the opposite direction. And then let them unwind themselves. Pull that low belly in. Roll up through the spine. Keep that chin heavy. Roll those shoulders back. Head comes right on top of the spine. Ears right over those shoulders. All the way down now. Bring the toes to parallel. So bring them facing the front of the room like you're on skis, but your legs are wide. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Slight bend in the knees. As low as you can go this time. All the way down. If you cannot go all the way down, grab a prop to prop yourself up. Or or a chair, wherever you can go. Go your lowest point. I know this is a lot in the hamstrings. Our focus today is really upper body, but we're gonna get everything. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Bend the knees, straighten the knees. So this bend and straighten can be as much or as little as you're able to do. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Your stretch doesn't even have to be all the way straight yet. That's fine. Bend and stretch, because no matter what time of day you do this 15-minute stretch, your body's going to be in a different flexibility mode. And stretch. Walk the hands over to the right foot. And then over to the left. Bring the body back to center. Bend the knees. Pull that low belly and roll up through the spine like a zombie, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back, bring that head on top of the spine, drop the right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. Head comes to center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bring those arms down. Right arm up overhead, lean over to the left. Bring the body back up. Left arm up overhead, lean over to the right. Bring the body back up. Inhale, arms up, arms down, exhale. 15 minutes.